The European Union is facing one of its most dramatic migration crises in recent years after an unprecedented surge of migrants attempted to enter the Spanish enclave of Ceuta from neighboring Morocco. According to reports, around 49,000 people tried to cross into Ceuta within a single day, overwhelming local authorities and drawing an emergency response from both Spain and Morocco. The incident has quickly become one of the biggest political stories in Europe, raising urgent questions about border security, humanitarian responsibilities, and the future of European migration policy. Ceuta is a small Spanish territory located on the northern coast of Africa. Although it is surrounded by Morocco, it is officially part of Spain and the European Union. For many migrants from Africa and other regions, reaching Ceuta means setting foot on EU territory. Because of this unique geography, Ceuta has long been one of the most important migration hotspots in Europe. The latest crossing attempt was unlike anything seen in recent years. Thousands of people moved toward the border almost simultaneously, while many others attempted dangerous sea crossings around the coastal barriers. Spanish authorities struggled to manage the huge influx, and emergency services worked around the clock to rescue people in distress. Sadly, the crisis also turned deadly, with multiple fatalities reported during the chaotic attempts to reach Spanish territory. In response, Spain deployed additional police and security forces to Ceuta, while Morocco strengthened its own border controls to stop further crossings. Moroccan authorities also used water cannons and other crowd control measures to push back large groups gathering near the border. Both governments stressed that they were working together to restore order and prevent additional loss of life. The crisis has also triggered a major political debate across Europe. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni called for what she described as extraordinary measures, arguing that protecting Europe's external borders is the responsibility of the entire European Union, not just Spain. She urged EU leaders to consider stronger border enforcement, faster deportation procedures for those without legal permission to remain, and closer cooperation with countries where migrants originate or transit through. Supporters of tougher border controls argue that Europe must maintain secure external borders to prevent human smuggling networks from exploiting vulnerable people. They believe that failing to control illegal migration places enormous pressure on local communities, public services, and national security. On the other hand, humanitarian organizations emphasize that many migrants are fleeing war, poverty, persecution, or political instability. They argue that saving lives should remain the highest priority and that migrants deserve fair asylum procedures in accordance with international law. This difference in perspective continues to divide European governments and voters.